Good afternoon. We are live from the USTA National Campus for today's Collegiate Series match with Penn State and VCU. I'm joined here with Mark Jelena, and we're going to bring you the action. Ladies match here on the National Campus, and it's a glorious day. As you can see, our Collegiate Center. But before we get going, I'm going to bring Mark in, and I've got Otterbahn with me. I've got the team from Otterbahn. We have a lot of action here on the National Campus, and the ladies from Otterbahn, Columbus, Ohio, have just finished their match. Ladies, tell us a little bit about your experience today here at the National Campus.
Well, today it's been a lot warmer than usual than yesterday for sure. We've been grinding a lot better, and it's been very, very warm, definitely warmer than Ohio in that 10-degree weather, but I'm sure it'll be even better the rest of the week.
Who'd you play today, and what was the score?
I have no idea who we played today. we played Midway
from Kentucky.
They were blue. That's all I was paying attention to. And we won 9-0, so it was good.
And have you all made a habit of coming down for spring break? Is this your first time to come to Orlando and the National Campus?
Yeah, we were here last year. I'm a sophomore, so we were here last year. Yeah, we were used to it. We like the campus here.
What's your favorite memory of the National Campus over the last couple years?
I think it's fun to see like other teams competing like at the same time you are. It's fun here. Like our boys team plays the same time the girls team does, so we all cheer for each other at one time. It's just a good experience here.
Have you all gone to Universal or any of the parks?
I wish. We don't have as much time as we did last year. We definitely have a lot more matches this week.
How many matches have you played?
We've played 6. We have one more to go.
Fantastic. Well, that's a lot of matches. How many matches do you normally play in a season? 20,
roughly.
Fantastic. So you'll go home now and you'll be ready for the outdoors, and you'll get into some conference play. Is that generally what?
Yeah, so this was our first time this season outside. But when we get back, we have about a week more of practice, and then our matches start for season, OACs, and stuff like that.
Well, we want to thank Otterbahn for joining us. It's a terrific day here at the USTA National Campus. Good luck down the road. We'll be out to watch you. We're going to be looking in on a lot of the action today. We're going to be featuring Penn State, the Nittany Lions, and the VCU Rams. Mark, I bring you in just so that we could kind of what are your expectations for this match? I think we've got Penn State. They're both about equal, but we got Penn State they've got the flu, a couple of them, and then we've got VCU with an injury.
You know, the thing that always hits my attention is when players first come here after being up north, they have to get used to overheads, they got to get used to the elements, because it's been freezing up there. They've probably been playing indoors. Now they're here at the National Campus, all ready to go, trying to get their timing outdoors. And it's exciting because when they first drive up, they've never seen anything like this place. It's mind-blowing. It's spine-tingling when you first see a big place like this. But this team here, they've been here before. A lot of the teams have never been here before. And I'm looking forward to just a great day of tennis.
Well, we're joined here. We're going to start with, as you know, in collegiate tennis, we start with doubles first. We're on court number 1, Collegiate Center. We've got VCU serving. We're early on here. We will take an opportunity to get to all 3 courts. There's 3 doubles matches right now. They play 1 set, no ad, and whoever wins 2 of the matches gets 1 point. So let's take a look at the action now. Okay, so we got Penn State serving here in the deuce court. I believe this is the second game. 1-0.
Notice that returner's partner's back a little bit for defensive reasons.
40-15,
Maybe
VCU.
she'll move up a little after the return.
Wow, great return there.
Maybe that's
We've got
Scott.
Gabby
Maybe that's why
O'Gorman,
she was back a little
and
bit.
Olivia Rohrbacher for Penn State, and they are in the far court. And then in the near court, we have Ramazan and Fadijan for VCU. Great camera angle there. Here we go. 1-all. Look like a double cheese there, Mark. I think we've got 15 love for Penn State. 1-all. Teams feeling themselves out here early on. Solid return, huh?
Solid return. They've gotten on all of their returns, so that's how you break them.
And I think we're trying to keep up here with the score. It's 2-1 VCU. I think I'm right on this. We got Penn State on the year is 7-2. They caught an early season victory over Iowa. They won 4-3 last match on. And we've got VCU, which is, we actually saw VCU last year. They were in the finals of the Atlantic 10 here at the national campus. So I'd say we're mid-season at this point. This spring break, I think it's a chance for teams to kind of get a little extra practice. And obviously, if you're from the north, get outdoors.
Mm-hmm. Now, VCU's in Richmond, right?
Yeah, Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
And, most of these teams are playing indoors up till this point. And then it's even 50-50 when you get into April, whether they're going to be indoors or outdoors. But, of course, you want to be ready for it. I think it's easier to go indoors than it is to go outdoors, and adapt. But 2-1 Penn State, VCU serving.
Usually, Scott, you'll have the lefty in the ad side, but the lefty's in the deuce side in this match. So
it's funny on that serve. I kind of felt off. Maybe sometimes the players like the pace because that was more of a kick first serve.
Which, if you're facing that kick serve, you better be moving your feet because it's going to be doing its thing, and you got to get in position.
Got to get through
catch
it,
right? On the rise.
You can see over here on the other side of the fence, there's a Penn State person with a mask on, and it's hard. And so 2 or 3 of the players on Penn State's team have had the flu. So I think the coach included in that. So I think they're trying to kind of work through that. You're dealing with the heat down here today, a little warmer as we see that shot. Thank you to our crew for getting that. But it's sort of a little bit of a storyline because, gosh, if you're not 100% and you're playing on the road or on a neutral court, it can be difficult.
You're right. They might not have as many reserves to put in, and you don't want your team getting sick and being one person short.
O'Gorman and Rohrbacher in the near court here for the Nittany Lions. And we see Ramazan and Fadijan. Not a great returning game for Penn State there. You kind of see it in their body language.
You got to move in on it before that ball does its thing and jumps up at you.
Alyssa Ifigen serving for the Rams, far court. Yeah, I think they've missed four returns right there. Yeah.
We used to call that the pop can return, non-returnable.
So it's Penn State serve. Should be 2-all. Lefty here. Never easy going up against that left-handed serve. Kind of a little bit of a different angle than what you're normally used to.
About 8 out of the 10 players you're going to go up against are going to be righties, so it is always different when you're playing a lefty.
Especially on that ad side, it can be difficult with that return. Kind of just ran through that a little bit,
She got the
right?
shot she wanted, but she just missed it. It was up
Solid
high, and
serve.
she ran through it. You're right.
Yeah. A little frustrated, you could tell with that too. You know, just kind of missing the easy volley. Better there.
shot.
That was
Good shot.
good doubles.
I see they're doing some hand signals. Usually the hidden hand behind the back, they'll use their index finger, point it out to the person's right if they want to serve there, and they'll use the thumb if they want it to go into the left. Usually closed hand will mean I'm going to poach. I'm going to go power across. But
good doubles there. You get all four to the net. That's what you want, right?
that's what we want, a nice fourth and that, let them fight it out a little bit.
At 30-15. Says that VCU is serving, but indeed Penn State is. Oh, wow. Good tennis there.
Down the middle solves a riddle.
Quick reminder, we play no ad scoring, so if this goes to 40-all, it'll be receiver's choice. This means the receiving side can pick the deciding point of the game. That's good net play there. Just,
very good.
You know, easy volley, but, you know, when the pressure's on, it can sometimes be a little more difficult.
It's always fun to see some signals out of these players. It's good teamwork. I mean, when you're looking at a doubles court, it's 9 feet wider, so 4.5 on each side with the alley. So normally you're going to get some good angles and some good touch play, and you toss in some signals, it gets pretty exciting.
And here we go. We got Penn State, and in college tennis, there's coaching in between points and games. We have the Penn State assistant coach, Alexandra. She played at Georgia for a year and then played at Georgia Tech. She's the assistant coach at UNC and now first year at Penn State. Given a few doubles tips. Good player in her own right.
Now, did you coach a men's team when you were coaching?
I was the assistant coach at Texas A&M. Yep. Played college tennis at New Mexico and Kentucky. So I've seen a few of these teams before. All right, VCU.
Well, that went right by the net player. She had that. If it would have been a snake, it would have bit her, I think, but she didn't move.
Anna Robinson, serving, senior for the Rams. Good return there. Feel like better return game already for the Nittany Lions. VCU 3-2 serving. Up a break. This is our warmest day of the spring break week. It's been a little cooler earlier in the week, but today it's very nice. That's a great play. That's a great play there. Yeah, really took that return and came in behind it.
The server's going to want to put in about 70% first serves if they want to have an easy time holding. And yeah, this game, she's gotten a few more in, but the returners are cracking it pretty good.
Kind of let that volley drop there.
It got below net level. That's a different animal when it gets down below the net. It's a good return.
Double cheese. Love 40. Penn State's chance to break back here and get it to 3-all. We're first to 6. It says 40-30 on the board there, and it says 30-15 on our board. So we'll continue to play a little bit of a scoring guessing game. And I stand corrected that Robinson and Iphigenia is serving actually with Robinson at the net. Iphigenia, who's serving now, has been an ITA Scholar athlete and helped VCU become an Atlantic 10 champion in 2018, which is right here at the USTA National Campus.
A lot of missed volleys early in this match.
Pretty calm day inside the stadium. Sometimes the wind can pick up, but inside it seems to be pretty calm conditions. And speaking of the flu, VCU actually does not have an injury. They have their who's been sort of their number 2 player. Marina Bacardi is out with with the flu. So she's been their kind of number 2, 3 player. They've pulled her out, and they'll put their number 7 player in. Good exchange at the back end there.
I know when we came down on our spring trip, we had 7 people in a Suburban. So you're at close quarters. If someone's sick, it can be tricky.
Yeah. These days, they spread it out a little bit. They use a couple vans, some have a tour bus, but you're right. So our scoreboard says it's 4-3. They're changing ends. You know, we spent a little bit of time with the head coach of the Nittany Lions, Jeff Zinn, before we went on the air, and he was telling us all the interesting thing about Nittany Lion Nation. And he was telling us to Google this fact, but that there were 3 million living alum, and it is the largest alumni base in the world. So maybe we'll have to fact check that, but certainly a big-time following. We all know they have exciting football games, one of the largest stadiums in the country, and a great tradition as we see Penn State here getting some coaching from their assistant coach.
I think I'll check University of Michigan. You go ahead and check Ohio State on that.
Oh, on the living alum, yeah, sure. I was saying Indiana has a 1 million living alum. I mean, what I've heard, the University of Texas, which is gigantic, and there's Coach Chris Cagle, and he's obviously wearing one of those masks. He's had the flu. He's got a bit of a cough, and he's trying to preserve the players and be respectful. 4-3 Penn State here on court 1. So we see a different camera angle. Nice shot of the national campus windscreen there. Hopefully at some point we'll have a chance to see courts 2 and 3. As you know, this is a team, and they're trying 3 doubles matches are vying for that one and that 1 point, and then they'll play 6 singles matches. That was a great volley there, Did a good job closing on the net.
She had her opponent in the hot box and took it at her. I love that college match day when we had Army versus Air Force, the flyover. I mean, that was a spectacular evening, wasn't it?
Fantastic. There's so many great college tennis matches on the campus as we let VCU Robinson serve here. In the short few years that the national campus has been open, there's been over 800 college matches, and certainly that military match was unique. Fantastic crowd. Both teams got into it. The uniforms, the flyover, just the pride. It was fantastic. Don't want to miss that. It's almost like, should you hit a swinging volley there, or should you just punch it?
The kids now are all swinging at it, but in my day we always punched it. But she certainly should have had that one. She needed to use her left hand a little bit more and get on the top of that one.
I mean, would a little angle volley have worked?
We had an old saying: you don't need to use an elephant gun to shoot a squirrel. I mean, it was an easy shot, wasn't it?
VCU serving, court 1. Scott Tribally alongside Mark Jelena. We're here calling USTA National Campus Collegiate Series. The early stages of the doubles, or with doubles, we've got vying for that 1 single point. We're on court 1, Collegiate Center. Well, that was a great return there. Really put the Rams back on the defense.
That single point that you get in doubles is sure important, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, you know, I save it for a changeover. I certainly think doubles is important, but I think the doubles is so important. You save the best for last.
that's how we did it when I played. We'd start with singles and we'd end with doubles.
Okay, so we got a little I formation going here. It's always good to kind of have some different formations in the doubles. Keep the returner guessing, right?
That's right. Now those volleyers, they've got to use a little more of a diagonal volley. They're hitting it back right to the deep person, and they could be putting that ball away.
Penn State serving for court number 1. Second serve. $15.40. That might have been our best point.
I think that was the best movement we've had. They got up together and they shifted left and they came back right, and she covered the middle very nice. Good shot.
I'm going to have to give a little clap there. That was excellent. So we've got 40-30 for the Rams, another breakpoint chance. And they do convert, so it's 5-4. And we'll be on serve with VCU serving after the break. And as we look at the Collegiate Center, we're 67 days until the NCAA championships. Secure your tickets today. NCAA.com/tickets. They will go on sale here in the next couple weeks as we look at the national campus. 32 clay courts with lights, a stadium court, and many events throughout the years. Then we work our way over to the hard courts. We have other college matches going on as we in our open. We had Audubon. We've got other dual matches going on at the same time. There have been at times 25 dual matches in a day on the national campus. We get a quick look there of the red clay, the PD hard, the indoor center. Over there to the right before the parking lot, you've got the junior courts. And as we bring it on in here again to the Collegiate Center, the home of this year's Division I championships. And we are playing the VCU Rams versus Penn State right there. Gosh, what an exciting time for the national campus and for college tennis.
And we've got the largest indoor facility in Florida here.
I think so. I know Florida State has 6, so maybe it's a tie.
It's a tie, okay.
Well, you know, these days with all these weather patterns, everybody needs some indoor. Gosh, California, it's been raining. It certainly does rain in Florida, sometimes the heat. But here we go, 15 love for VCU. Looking to take it 5-all and tie it up. There is action on courts 2 and 3. We'll do our best to update you. Right now we're focused on court 1.
Now, Penn State, you'll see they approach that net a little more as a team together.
Yeah, I feel like they really use the volley to win the point.
They do.
Not there. It almost looked like kind of went laterally instead of sort of going forward to the volley. Was that your assessment, Mark?
That's what it looked like. She scrambled a little bit after the righty took the overhead, and then she didn't get back into position, well balanced, and then she dumped it.
Love.
Five all.
5-all, there you have it. Even match here. A little back and forth with the breaks of serve, but this sometimes happens in women's tennis, even in doubles. Oh, great serve there.
Good serve.
How important is the first serve in the doubles?
In doubles, it's very important, and you got to get it to the right aim points. Most of the time, they go down the middle on the deuce side and a little more at the body on the ad side. But the first serve, you've got to get it in 70% of the time if you want to have good luck.
Yeah. Five all. Here we are. Penn State. 30-15. We're going to hold serve, put some pressure on the VCU Rams.
I think most of the players would have taken that one with a forehand, don't you?
No doubt about it.
She moved way around and still was too close to it. Rams hanging in there, trying to keep the pressure
on Penn State. I think we might see an I formation here by Penn State. Kind of a half I formation, if you will. Okay, so we've got a no-ad point.
I'm surprised they don't go right back to that same side.
Right after a double fault?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they feel like Melissa Iftigen is a better returner.
Maybe.
Again, if I'm Penn State, I'm getting that first serve in, or at least I'm going to do everything I can. You have to take a little power off.
After a double fault, you got to get the first one in.
Oh.
Just out.
Oh. Huge point. Wow. VCU comes back and gets the break to go up 6-5. Court number 1 Collegiate Series.
Well, they had a slugfest going, and then the girl on the other side, she didn't move forward on that volley.
Yeah.
Let the ball play her.
Well, it's funny when you're up in those games and you come back and you're like, what's your mentality on that no-ad point, especially when you double faulted and then you had to go second serve on the deuce point for the Penn State.
The no-ad scoring started when I was in college. I'll date myself a little bit, but I remember going over to play a challenge match to see who was going to play number 1. And I came back, my roommate said, "How'd you do?" I said, "Well, I won. It was close." And they go, "What was the score?" I said, 8-1. They said, "That was close?" I said, "Well, 7 of the games went to the no-ad point."
Got it.
I got lucky.
Wow. Yeah, I know. The statistics played out in your favor on that day. Okay, we'll see here if the Rams can serve it out.
Two back, no attack, right?
You got to grind.
You got to get in there as a team.
So we're still here. You can see a Penn State player right there with the mask on because they've had the flu. Just to give you all an update on Court 3, Penn State was able to come away with the victory 6-2. On Court number 2, we're at 5-all. And then here on Court number 1, it's the VCU Rams up 6-5, serving for the first set. I don't know, but I'm smelling tiebreaker. What about you?
I think so, too. That last shot, she didn't take it like a half volley. It was more like a half stroke. You got to pick that up right off the bounce.
It's kind of interesting because right there, VCU went at the player closer to the net, but I think they did that because they felt that Penn State was a little off balance.
They were a little out of sorts, and then she drove it right at her body, jammed her a little.
Ooh. That looked outside. I think it looked outside. I know we can't do instant replay here at the Collegiate Series, but it looked outside to me. What did the umpire say? Oh, we did get a review.
It looked good to me with the umpire. I think the umpire called it in.
It's 40-30. It was
called an ace.
inside. It's 40-30. This is match point, set point on court number 1. And that's it. Now we are at 1-all in the doubles, and we go to court number 2. Court number 2 is 5-all with VCU. Actually, VCU just went up 6-5. We will see who is going to win this doubles point, which can be so much momentum going into the singles. Back and forth. VCU is down on court number 1, but they found a way. What do you think the difference was?
They got a few more balls in play, and the other team dumped a few volleys. They did everything right. They were trying to come in and finish it off, but they just dumped the volleys.
Okay, here we are, court number 2, and VCU up 6-5, serving. So they're serving for this elusive doubles point. Kaneko Yano is the server for the VCU Rams. 6'5", 15 love. Got to think first serves are really important here. Again, even if it's three-quarter pace. It's not what you want if you're head coach Paul Costin for the VCU Rams. Want to make them at least have to volley that ball. Ooh. Now, I don't know about that one going down the line. You got to be sure of yourself.
And it didn't look like she was on the move, and I wouldn't have taken that chance.
Look at Coach Paul Costin, the legendary college tennis coach, over 30 years at VCU. Was at the University of Arkansas, Little Rock. VCU down 15-30. He's given some wisdom. Outside.
I think that was long. I'm not sure.
I think we're looking at 15-40. Long road here for the Rams to hold. Penn State with 3 opportunities to get to a tiebreak.
Tiebreaker.
And there we have it. Tiebreaker will be first to 7.
Now, if you were coaching, what 3 tips would you give a team?
Well, I'd say first to 4.
Now they're in a tiebreaker.
High percentage of first serves.
Yep.
And, you know, I would try and take a little chance on some of the returns. If you get second serves, be willing to go with the net person. 6-all. Penn State will serve 1, and then it'll be 2-2-2-2-2 all the way through. We'll switch at 6. One 0. It's what we call a mini break for the VCU Rams. Good volley there.
Good move. Good move.
Yano with a good cross. Speedy feet there.
Quick hands, quick feet, make for a volley that's tough to beat.
Wow, I love your rhymes.
There, she returned it. Yep.
Got to make sure you get that ball cross court, right? Can't leave it floating.
Yeah, soft floater, you're dead.
So see Penn State communicating here, making a plan. VCU, 2 love. Can't be 2 love.
There they go.
I think it's.
Wow, that was a good execution there. So,
It's 3-1.
It's interesting because they went with the I formation, but they didn't do much with it. 3-1. 3-2 now for VCU. Yano here in the near court for the Rams serving. You see that she and Delago are communicating. Delago, the #1 player in singles for the Rams.
And she's a good poacher. Watch her.
That's it, 3-all. We're on serve, we'll switch sides. Every 6, the teams will switch sides in the tiebreaker, tennis tiebreaker. One of the better inventions of tennis in the last 50 years.
Have you ever heard of the Coleman tiebreaker?
I have not. What is a Coleman tiebreaker?
It's a way that when teams compete, they do a tiebreaker, but when they do the Coleman, they always serve from the same exact side. Where a regular tiebreaker, you might serve on a different side.
Got it.
The Missouri Valley adopted the Coleman for all their adult leagues, and they liked it, but most people don't like it that well.
Here we go, Blue.
6-all, 3-all, 1-all, 1 Penn State taking court number 3, VCU taking court number 1. This is the decider. Second serve, Delago. For the Rams serving.
It's a lot of movement.
Very good point there. You can tell we're late in the set, and it really means something.
Courts have been all resurfaced before the NCAA's coming in. They look great, huh?
Very nice. 4-3 VCU, but Penn State serving.
There's a good.
It's nice tennis there for Penn State. Good work at the net. 6 all, 4 all. Miss there for the Nittany Lions. 5-4 VCU. So what is the strategy now? 5-4, your VCU are up. How do you close this out? Got the serve. Got your number one player serving.
Looks like they're going in the I formation here. No? They're standard formation.
Standard formation. Second serve. Great job there by Penn State getting to the net.
Took the return, forced her.
Didn't do that much with it, but was still aggressive. 6 all, 5 all. It doesn't get any closer, does it?
No.
I don't understand this.
I think she's going to cross after the return.
It's sort of like you're playing back, but I'm not playing back.
She's going to move up and go to her right.
6 all, 5 all. I want to see this move up and go to your right. Okay, so we're talking about Penn State
situation,
near court, ad side.
Guts.
She moved up, which that's good because you want to put the pressure on that return team. And now we have a set point, doubles point.
You can see the
doubles
nervous.
Match point.
That server's partner could have picked that ball off. She didn't move much. They're nervous. It's tight right now.
Yeah. Here we go. Penn State serving for the doubles point. Oh, what a cross.
That's a good poach. She's a good poacher.
Good tennis there. All right, so we have Penn State Nittany Lions winning the doubles point at number 2, clinching it in a tiebreaker. Wow, what drama we have here at the USTA National Campus.
Very good. I mean, that point's going to come in handy once the singles gets going. We'll see.
Yeah, especially when you got team with the flu. And so that's going to give them a little bit of a leg up going into the singles. They'll take a 5-minute break. Both teams will meet. They'll discuss what they're going to do in singles, as you can see here. Let's look at the replay of the match point. Oh!
She timed it perfectly. She held back till the last second, and then she crossed. Look at that.
Celebrate. All right. Scott Trively alongside Mark Jelena. And we have finished the doubles point here at the USTA National Campus Collegiate Series. We have the Penn State Nittany Lions versus the VCU Rams. We're 1 point down, and now they're going to take a little break, talk some strategy. So you feel like Penn State now has the momentum going into the singles?
Well, if it's 3-all, they're going to win the match.
Yeah.
So it helps to get that 1 point.
Both teams have been here in Florida this week training, so they have their work through their conditioning and that type of thing. But I agree with you. But we're going to take a short break, and we're going to be back in 5 minutes for the beginning of the singles between Penn State and VCU.
Looking forward to it.
We're back, and we're back at the national campus for the Collegiate Series, and as you can see, we are 67 days until the NCAA Division I Men's and Women's Championship. The clock is ticking. Secure your tickets. They'll go on sale here coming up. We are back with the Penn State VCU women's tennis match. Mark and I just saw an awesome doubles point where the Nittany Lions pulled it out to lead 1-0. And now we want to welcome in Jenna Kelly, Senior Director of Events. Jenna, you're no stranger to this campus, UCF, Orlando area. What an exciting week it is on the national campus.
It is. Thanks, Scott, for having me. Senior Manager of Events here at the campus. And, you know, the season that we're in right now on the collegiate side is really exciting. We have teams here on a daily basis coming, bringing the energy, bringing the atmosphere, and that's really what we want to host here are some events, you know, and players to have a great experience here at the campus.
Since I said it's 67 days till the NCAA, I love talking about the NCAAs. It was one of the first bids that went out before the campus had even completed its construction. Yeah. Tell us where you're at with the NCAA and what to expect in May.
Yeah, well, we are so excited, and what an opportunity for the national campus and a stage for us to be on. But again, you know, we are all about trying to make the best experience and making it very memorable for not only the student athletes but their coaches and families that are coming out to watch this prestigious event. And so we are full go in planning. We have the 67-day mark on our desks and are really excited to host the championship here.
It's going to be fantastic. We just got finished with the Collegiate Series. Yeah. The College Match Day Series. We saw, I think it was over 8,000 fans, so we can expect a lot of fans to come out, and everyone better secure their tickets. They go on sale the March 15th.
You were right. Yes,
that's it.
Yes. Secure your tickets. It'll be well worth it, and again, just creating some great experiences.
Sponsorship packages.
Yes.
And there's going to be live television over 50 hours.
Yes.
All right, we're going to go into some live tennis here. Going to our monitor, we've got VCU, Penn State, court number 3. And Jenna, tell us, we were talking after the doubles point that Penn State now has the momentum. What, having just played college tennis, what is it like when you win that doubles point or when you lose that doubles point?
Yeah, well, especially coming off, they won it in the tiebreaker there, coming off, you have the momentum going into singles, so that's really important. But at the same time, that team huddle is really important as well, whether you won or lost that doubles point. To get that team camaraderie back together and get yourself pumped up, you almost have to put the doubles point to the side and get ready to go full force in singles.
That's fantastic. And we're on court 3. We've got Penn State right now is up 2-1, 40-15. And we talked about momentum, and so here, at least on court 3, they tend to have an early break. As we know, it can go back and forth. We have Yano, who is serving for VCU. We just saw her in the doubles. Maybe after losing that doubles, she's down an early break. She's still thinking about it. She's been on these courts before. But here we are, ad court. Let's check out the action. Love, second serve. Yano is playing Freddie Soare, and this year she has been mostly in the 3 slot, but has also seen some time in the 4 and 5. In fact, Soare was 5-0 at the number 5 spot. One thing that we were talking about, Jenna, is that these teams have both been playing indoors and now suddenly they're outdoors. So even though they have been here for the week, it's a little bit warmer day. We're interested to kind of see how they're adapting to the conditions.
Absolutely. That was one thing I always loved playing here in Orlando at UCF. It was hot year-round, so we always were pretty conditioned, but that is one thing, they're already about halfway through their season, so they've got some match play under them, but definitely the weather conditions add a whole different level to that.
Good backhand there, Mark, but kind of missing that easy forehand.
Good backhand, but then when she got the ball she really wanted for the put away, she netted it. Got to put a little more spin on it. And maybe she was a little close to that ball too.
30 all. Bigger game for VCU than Penn State.
Yeah. It's important that she holds here.
Trying to get those early first serves. Doesn't look like serve is Yano's total strength. We know she has great speed. Game point for VCU. Looked a little off balance on that forehand.
It got a little bit low. Now they're going 2 out of 3 sets, so it's not as crucial as in the doubles. I mean, only one set. You better be ready.
Absolutely.
If I had my way, we played it 2.
When I played, we were playing pro sets, so
Right.
you had a little bit more time to get warmed up. But
With warm-up.
With warm-up.
With that.
Yes.
And some of these doubles points could. There was a doubles point in the NCAA tournament that went 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah. Lengthy. You definitely have to get out there and be ready to go from the very beginning. It's important to keep the momentum going. She definitely likes that inside-out forehand.
That's nice, isn't it?
It's a good point.
Good tennis there. So we'll see our first no-ad point. Be interesting to see what Freddie, Penn State here in the near court, which she chooses. She's going to go on the ad side. Going on the ad side to take the inside-out forehand, or just be with the solid backhand on this no-ad point? Because the return is huge, right?
I think she's going to try to take the inside-out forehand. She's done that the last few points. You can tell she definitely favors that side.
There you go.
I used to love to do that. I would pick the ad side as well for that reason.
Jenna Kelly, tennis's version of Tony Romo. Okay, it is 3-2 Penn State. We're on court number 3. Penn State has a 1-0 lead. Jenna, we've talked a little bit about obviously this Collegiate Center being the host of the NCAAs. Yeah. Recently you resurfaced these courts, got them looking really nice.
Yep.
What are some other things that are going on as we look at the Collegiate Center in preparation from a facility standpoint?
Absolutely. Well, even before we host the NCAAs, with spring break sports, we have in the month of March alone 300 teams that will be coming into the campus, which is such a unique opportunity, and many of them will be playing at the Collegiate Center. We host 2 conference tournaments coming up in April, the American Athletic Conference Championship and the Atlantic 10, along with the Wheelchair Collegiate National Championship. So there will be a lot of play on those new courts.
How many teams for the wheelchair?
I believe 16.
Wow.
We are hoping to fill that. We hosted that event last year as well, and it's just really a special tournament. Yeah. The play is phenomenal. So we're looking forward to hosting, some national championships and then the conference tournaments even before we hit NCAAs. But that facility will be fresh and ready for the NCAA championships in just 67 days.
And we're looking at the center right now. The actual the finals will be played on the other side, which is actually closer to Lake Nona. Is that correct? And then the near side is the grandstand.
Yes, so we will be utilizing both sides of the championship for both the team and the individual championship here in May, and really going to make this a unique experience for them. We're really going to focus on the student athlete experience and hospitality spaces for them. And as soon as they get here to Orlando, we're focusing on our interaction with them, not only on campus, but at the hotel as well. Really trying to make their time here really special and welcoming.
There's some brand new, some nice, great hotels here in Lake Nona.
Yeah.
I think these teams are going to really enjoy it.
I think so too. We're excited to have them.
We're back in action here on court number 3. Penn State up 3-2. A break down in this game. Second serve.
Very aggressive baseliners.
Yes, and we talked about this, Mark, about the swinging volley or the regular volley. I'm seeing a lot of swinging volleys out here.
I think the kids work on that more than they do the regular volley, especially around that service line area.
Well, it's about be aggressive, right? Be aggressive.
Be bold. Go for it.
I always preferred the swing volley, to be honest. I was a baseline player, so I wasn't too quick to get up there to that net, but when I did, I always tried to look for the opportunity for a swing volley, especially on the forehand side.
Just to give you all a quick update on the other courts, we have VCU with a 5-0 lead at court number 1. VCU with a 4-1 lead at court number 2. We have been following court 3 with Penn State up a break. Court number 4, VCU with a 4-1 lead. And at 5 and 6, Penn State has a 4-1 lead. So right now it looks pretty even. We need Penn State just needs 3. VCU's going to need 4. It's the first of 4 here, with Penn State now having a little bit of an edge, winning that doubles point. We are transitioning into our new booth. Wow, it's fantastic here as we're watching court number 3 here at the National Campus. Yes. All right.
You know, it seemed like the energy was really great out there too. They were yelling for each other and, trying to pump each other up, and that's something that I always loved. And I think collegiate tennis is so great for is really that team atmosphere. And, regardless of what the score is in your specific match, you're playing for your team. And they really had a good energy out there.
That is the most unique part about this college tennis piece, is that you do get it in high school, but the camaraderie of the teams and these brands and just the resources that teams have these days and the coaching on the court is just really, I think this is why I love college tennis so much, you know? All right, Penn State, 3-2, game point, second serve.
This is a big point here.
You want to stay out ahead. You've got double cheese. Fries with that, Mark?
By the time you get done with all your sectional play, you're kind of tired of seeing all the same players. But one thing I noticed with my 3 sons, when they would ever see someone from the Missouri Valley in college, it was like their best friend.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it was a different setting. Now you're on a team. The pressure's a little bit off.
There's no doubt about that. Junior tennis is very individual. I know that there's an effort to make more team events, but that's what's so great about this is you're playing with your group, playing with your team.
I couldn't agree more. I went through the whole USTA platform as well through juniors. I played high school tennis, then of course played at the collegiate level, and some of the best memories were the ones that I shared with my team, whether that was in high school or college. And USTA is doing a lot to really promote that team pathway as well. But you will see the same faces through all of those different channels, but it almost unifies you at the same time because you're all working towards developing and getting better.
Quick update on court 1. VCU has captured the first set 6-love. There's a reason why we're on court 3, and that's because if the match were to end right now, this would be the decider. So we're at 3-all on serve, 15-love VCU. And we've got off to the left, you can see legendary coach Paul Costin, 30 years in college coaching.
Wow.
He's been the men's and women's coach for VCU.
Both
Inside
of these
out
very
forehand.
aggressive baseline players.
We're going to switch courts here shortly as we attempt to move around and capture the essence of a college tennis match. Wonder if we could get to court 5. 5-2 for Penn State on court 5. Let's see what our producer can come up with as we're at 30-15 VCU, 3-all.
You know, 5-2 is a funny score because you are so close to closing out that set, but at the same time, with the loss of a serve and then the hold of your opponent's serve, it is very quickly back to 5-4, and then you're feeling that pressure.
One breakdown, that's all.
Absolutely.
Five to Penn State. Coming out of a changeover on court number 2. VCU has a 5-1 lead. We are on court 5.
We will see if she can hold here. This is a big game.
That's it.
Long point.
Yeah, both very patient.
Jenna,
witness.
I bet you were happy when you saw UCF beat Florida, the women's team. But that was the first time in 12 years.
Yes, what an opportunity! I was hoping that would be brought up. That was in our last college.
Was that first time ever, or first time in 12 years?
First time in 12 years.
What a match. So not only, being here and representing the campus, but as an alum, it really was just such a stage as well. I think we had over 2,000 tickets out for that event. And, what a stage to be able to beat a team like Florida that is consistently strong, and is such a great program as well. And UCF is doing such a great job and has really gotten themselves on the map. And with a win like that only helps. And right here on their home courts with so many people in the stands and creating that atmosphere and having it televised you couldn't ask for more. And
then the men came back and they shut out Miami.
Yes,
that was a great win.
That was a great win as well.
John was very happy about that.
Yes. The future is very bright for our UCF Knights. Another long point here.
Yeah. witness kind of going to the bailing with the slice there, and she has a lot of swing on her forehand and backhand side, but looking like Penn State's going to get this first set here on court number 5.
You know, Jen, I really like that one story when I was out in New York at the coach's workshop. I'm sitting next to a guy, and I introduced myself to him, and he asked me, he said, "You know Jenna Kelly?" I said, "Yeah, I know her." And he said, "I'm her uncle."
It's amazing. Tennis is such a small world, isn't it?
Did he text you right away?
Yeah, he did. He did. A lot of my family has played tennis, and that was one of my kind of first loves for getting involved. But that just goes to show you, I mean, tennis really is such a small world, and so many people have a passion for it and are just, you know, blessed to work in it in different ways. But that really was neat.
Set point, Penn State, court number 5.
Good shot.
Big for him.
Yep. Wow.
That's first set. And they'll change 6-2.
Jenna, how big a staff do you have here?
So our staff is growing, which is really great. We host every year about more than 130 events. And so our staff started as 4, including myself, and now that has grown to 7. So we are really happy about that. You know, we're continuing to add events of all kinds to our calendar, and with that, we want to be able to provide as much support as possible. So we're excited.
Wow. And how many... Spring break tennis underway here at the national campus, and as Jenna was saying, there's over 300 matches on the campus in the month of March, and you are witnessing right here on Collegiate Team USA courts. What a glorious day we have at the national campus. And I am live right now, Scott Tribely, Jenna Kelly, Mark Jelena. We are so thrilled to be bringing you college tennis, Penn State versus VCU. And Mark and Jenna, what do we see so far? We've seen the doubles point. What are you all seeing so far, Jenna, with what we've seen in singles?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was a very close, fought-out match for the doubles point, and they're coming out fighting. You know, you can't take anything for granted, so you see a few of the sets that we've already gotten completed and underway, but they're having great points out there. They're fighting a lot of patient players, tough baseline play, and you can tell both teams are really fighting for this match and want the win.
Yeah. And at the moment, Mark, it's 4-2, kind of based on scores, VCU. So that's what they need. Obviously, Penn State just needs to kind of go 3-all in the singles. But we're seeing some pretty interesting. On court number 3, it was really close, and it remains still in the first set.
Yeah, and if it gets down to the end and other matches are not completed, they stop play right then. Is that right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So this match could end.
Yeah.
If they get a little momentum here, this match could end for real quick.
Absolutely.
And Jenna, I just want to go back to the spring break piece.
Yeah.
What are some of your moments that you know, seeing all these teams come through? Andy Jackson last year said to me, he was the coach of Arkansas, said this is the coolest thing since Wimbledon. So what are some of the things that you witnessed during these couple weeks with all these teams?
Yeah, I love that. You know, the biggest thing is that we want to provide just the best experience for these players. And for some of them, this is the first time they're coming to the campus. So even though we've hosted quite a few college teams last year, we still have players that have never stepped foot on the campus. And so kind of seeing their smiles as they're walking into our welcome center, it starts there. And we really want to create the best experience for them on and off the tennis court. We hope that their matches are competitive and they're walking away, you know, with a smile regardless if they've won or lost. But at the end of the day, we want their experience here to be really memorable.
Awesome. So we're back to court number 1, live action. And it's 6-love for VCU and 1-all. You know, Penn State's going to have to sort of make some quick work here in the second set.
Yeah. This is really where the team can come together to pump each other up. Just because we're through the first set on a few of the courts, second set is a brand new game, and it's really anyone's playing field.
I think when a lot of the teams get here, it starts right outside. Everyone has to get a picture out front.
I was about to say that some of the experiences is taking photos.
Yes.
And, the tennis players are excited, but even when my friends visit me and they've never played tennis, they get excited when they see this place.
Yeah.
It's a spine-chilling place when you first see it. 100 courts. I mean, it's big.
We'll just say that the national campus is very photogenic.
It's very
I
photogenic.
like that.
All right, here we are. What a great shot. We can see this is the essence of college tennis, where the coaches get to coach in between games. And then we're back to court number 1, and it's 6-love, 1-all. 30-15. Gabby O'Gorman is in the lead in this game for Penn State.
Yeah, singles is a lot more lateral movement, where doubles is more forward and backward, and these players are scrambling hard right now.
We got Penn State in the far court, VCU in the near court. Penn State serving, down a set, but on serve in the second. Want to keep it on serve as long as they can, if not try to get an early break, just to snap a little bit of that VCU momentum.
Absolutely. Holding your serve is important. It definitely takes some of the pressure off. And then if you can even just break one time, that's really all you need. But the more that you can do that and really place an emphasis on getting that first serve in, maybe taking a little bit pressure off your second serve.
Yeah, I mean, Del Lago may have been upset about losing that doubles tiebreaker, and she came out in singles and said, I'm going to get this. I'm going to make up for it in singles. We talked about that team concept, trying to win for your team. So one thing you can do is you can control your court and get your point.
Yes.
You want to contribute. That's what you want to do in college game.
Game point. These are great points. This is good
They're
tennis.
both fighting. And that was one thing I really enjoyed, is regardless if you won your point or not, having your teammates kind of yelling for you, whether they're on the court. We were always trying to yell, go Knights, or say your teammate's name. You've got a support system out there, which is very different, than your years probably playing juniors. But you gotta lean on each other, and that really can even help and kind of create the atmosphere for the match, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I mean, think about it. We go back to junior tennis, where you're on your lone court, and then you think about this, and the great part about the Collegiate Center too is it's 6 in a row, so you can feel the momentum even if it's 2 or 3 courts away.
Yes, that's a great point.
And we got a shot there, Coach Costin, VCU legend. He'll be in some Hall of Fames if he isn't already. We're in a change over here on court 1. We got a little bit of looks like maybe a blister. Now you come down here on spring break, you get a few extra hours of practice in, and you pick up a blister. Always managing something. Both teams, I think, are managing the flu. A little bit of sunburn probably. But that's all about that transition from the indoor to the outdoor.
Absolutely. A lot of these teams will come down a few days before and just try to get acclimated to the weather, and they'll practice here, get on the court in the morning, take a break, get back out there, in the afternoon, just to even see where that sun is, and adjusting your toss. And it definitely takes some time to get accustomed to, but both teams look like they're doing a great job, and they're fighting.
Inside out forehand. Wow.
What a shot.
Great point. Yeah, going up to your point, I mean, I think Michigan was practicing earlier, and we've got Wake Forest and Penn State men again tonight. So everybody, in addition to playing their competition, won 2 or 3 practices.
Absolutely.
We're at the Collegiate Series right now, USTA Collegiate Series on the national campus. We have UCF, who's a partner, and then we have Spring Break Tennis, who has tennis all over the state. They fill all the courts in Orlando, and especially here at the national campus.
Well, we just love welcoming so many teams to the campus. And, like I said before, some of them have never been here before. So it's just seeing as soon as they're getting out of their vans, taking the photos outside in the parking lot and then coming in. And other teams we've been able to host in the past, but we really are able to get so many teams here at the campus that may not have ever been down here before or have the opportunity to come down and play.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see the teams come back year after year, really look forward to it. Some of them have a choice. They'll go to California or whatever, but we're starting, with all these universities on the East Coast, it's just so easy to get to Orlando.
Absolutely.
And, everyone gets a chance to play at the national campus, and then sometimes they'll play at other sites throughout Orlando. So.
And I think a lot of teams like to make a fun trip out of it, especially if it does fall over their spring break. We've got a lot of the theme parks around the corner and a lot of things to do in Orlando. So that definitely, I think, draws teams to come down. And, of course, the weather is gorgeous as well. So
we asked the team of Ohio if they got into the parks, and they said they didn't have time because they played 6 matches.
Wow.
They'd played 6 matches in this week, but we're checking out spring break here on the Team USA courts while VCU and Penn State are playing. I believe this Team USA courts is an awesome venue to play a college match.
Absolutely, and it's great to see them so filled. I mean, while this month of March, like I said, we'll have over 300 teams here, primarily on those Team USA courts and at the Collegiate Center.
It's great too. I was over at the PD this morning, and you could hear the one was at towards the end of a match, and you could hear the shouting and the cheering, and so that's really great.
Yeah, not only will we have all these matches going on, but all of our programming goes on at the same time, doesn't it?
Yes. We still keep all the operations up here at the campus. We've got camps going on. We have programming for juniors and adults. We have league play out of here. And then we also host other tournaments on the weekends as well. So our court time, especially in the spring, is full, and we love the atmosphere.
It's getting hard to get a court.
Team spring. It is, I know. I think with 100 we never have that problem, but we've got quite the schedule, which is really neat.
When I was in college, we'd always go down to Hilton Head Island, but March at Hilton Head, you would get some rain and really cold weather. It's not as reliable as coming down here.
Exactly.
That's a lot better place.
That's a great point too. I think a lot of teams probably think about the weather piece, and if they want to play as many teams as possible, we really do have a very bright forecast this time of year.
Let's go to Court 2. We've been watching the action here on Court 1. It's very close, but what we've seen on Court 2 is VCU jumped out to a 6-1 lead, and now Penn State is making a comeback up 3-1 in the second set. Olivia Rohrbacher for Penn State, Anna Rasmussen for VCU. We saw Rasmussen at the number 1 double slot, and now she's in the number 2 single slot with a commanding 6-1 first set, but now Rohrbacher coming back. Rasmussen serving in the far court. And we got 3-1 30 love. 30, is it 40 love?
What kind of style did you play, Jenna?
I was a baseliner. I was very consistent, but very aggressive from the baseline. If I did move in, I was looking for that swing volley. But loved my inside-out forehand. That was definitely my strength.
Boy, this swing volley, we've been talking about it today.
I loved it.
Nice lob
Great
there.
shot.
Now, we've talked about all the other strokes. We haven't talked much about the lob, have we?
Well, they're not coming in that much. We don't see too many. But if they do get drawn in, that's probably the shot of choice today. We've seen a lot.
If I was running a women's practice, I would start with every day with the drop shot.
You gotta work on the slice. You gotta work on the slice. Show them how to do it.
I mean, we see obviously the grinding from the baseline, but to be able to change that point up a little bit, I'm not saying you're going to drop shot a lot, but if you drop shot a little, it can really make it a little more dynamic and certainly throw the opponent off, because like we were talking on the returns, those kick serves are sometimes more trickier than just the power first serve.
It was always a funny thing in high school. Coaches would say, hey, bring that opponent up to the net. Mm-hmm. Well, if they've never showed them how to hit a drop shot, they're not going to be able to do it very easy.
Wow. And if that drop shot lofts at all or is a little too high, then you're in trouble.
Break point. Penn State looking for a double break in the second set. Rohrbacher returning for the Nittany Lions. Hank, 4-1. We got a little action here on court number 2. Could see 2 lopsided sets.
It's tough to lose that first set, 6-1, and to be able to kind of mentally turn everything around and almost put that completely to the side, because there's nothing you can do about it now, but to come back and already be up 4-1 is impressive.
Yeah, I know. It's sometimes so. Also, if you win 6-1 or 6-love, psychologically you're like, oh, I'm supposed to dominate.
Yes.
And the other player, is like, I got to put a little more into this. So sometimes that second set can be tricky.
But if I'm coaching and I have my player that loses the first, wins the second, I'm happy to talk to him. Mm-hmm. But if it's the other way around, it's a little bit tougher to make that comeback.
So as we sit here in the national campus, there's all kinds of action going on. We've talked about spring break. Jen has talked about the programming. They've got Indian Wells on in the lobby. We've got the Collegiate series on the big screen. It's awesome here. 3 announcers, look at us. Sitting here, we got smiles on our face. We got the stringers right behind us. The front desk, people coming in, taking the pictures. Isn't this great?
I've never lost a point from here, have you?
No, this is the best seat in the house. Look, we've got screens everywhere. And we may even go over to the cash machine at some point.
There's always something going on at the campus, that's for sure. We love it.
And the buzz lately around here is how much dirt have they been moving.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They're building a mountain.
Every time you turn a corner out here, there's something new being built, there's a new development, new restaurants, but that only makes the experience for the guests that much better, to be honest. There's new hotels, new shopping centers, everything coming out just a few miles from here.
I feel kind of like that's going to go, that the construction is going to go on for the next 5 years. I mean, literally everywhere you look, new school, new hotel, new, I mean, they built the Top Golf, or what's the golf club?
Drive Shack.
Drive Shack,
yes,
sorry.
Yes.
Well, I live down there at Lake Nona, and at the town center, and they put in the Boxy Park. But now our complex, they're saying, hey, can you keep the noise down a little bit? They go loud all the way to 11 o'clock at night. Look at that dirt.
The largest man-made lagoon in the U.S. being built right here next to the Collegiate Center.
What more could you ask for, Scott?
Sports Performance Resort opening up in the future. And Jenna, I got to think you're going to go from 130 events to at least 150, maybe 200.
I think you're right.
I think your staff's going to go to 10.
Yes.
Very soon.
You should be adding a 0 to the staff, right? Wow, and I mean, and you're just seeing one truck there. There's like 18 of them. And then look how close it is to the Collegiate Center. I mean, you could hit a second serve over there. Look at those camera shots. We got to thank our crew doing a fantastic job today. Really appreciate it. Back to the action here on court number 2. We're going to follow this second set and see if Rohrbacher from Penn State can close out to tie up her match on court number 2, because at the moment, VCU has the lead on court 1, the lead on court 3, the lead on court 4, and Penn State is winning on 5 and 6. So this could be a swing match right here on 2.
When the Army played Air Force, the women's match, it went down to the last final couple of points, and the girl that won it, I knew from the Missouri Valley. She won the last match, so she was pretty happy.
Oh, I bet.
She said, "Can you get a film of that?" I said, "I don't think I can, but
So
good idea."
We're at 5-1 here. We're 4-1. We got all kinds of scores that we're working with. I'm looking into the future, and I think it'll be 5-1.
I think that's a good call, Scott.
I think it's probably, pretty safe bet to think we're going to go into a third set here.
It's looking that way.
And really, this is potentially our only third setter, judging by breaks in the second on the other lines.
So the one coach will say, "Hey, no, play like you did in the first set," and then the other coach is going to say, "No, play like you did in the second set."
Yeah. Do you have a rhyme for that?
Don't change
should.
gold.
You've got some good rhymes. You know? Down the middle, what?
Solves the riddle.
Solves the riddle. I love it. Yeah, so if you're Penn State right now, you get this break, you win 6-1, and you get to start the third set with the serve, which, I don't know. When you played, did you elect, if you won the toss, did you elect to serve or receive?
So for a while, I always chose to receive because I wanted the pressure on my opponent to get their first serve in. And then kind of that second half of college, I wanted to, as I kind of developed my serve and kind of went to more of a kick serve that I felt like was more of an asset for me, then I wanted the responsibility. But I think, it really depends. There is some pressure you really want to try to hold, but at the same time, she's going to definitely have some momentum going into this third set. So it'll be really interesting to see, both players pretty much need to leave the whole first and second set to the side and look at the third set as a brand new set, brand new opportunity of play.
I think that's exactly what the coaches are going to tell them.
Yeah.
Here we are with a replay. Oh, look at that forehand.
Nice. Set that up well.
All right. And that makes it 5-2. So Rohrbacher will be serving for the second set. We'll give you a quick update on court 1. We've got VCU up a set and a break in the second, 4-2. Court number 3, VCU up a set and 3 love. And we're going to take a live look at court 1. Delago with the lead for the Rams, the VCU Rams. And it's 6 love, 4-2. We just saw another lob there. So when they're coming in, they're trying this thing called the lob out. And we're going to just take we're going to watch this point, and then we will switch back to court number 2, where we're going to see if Rohrabacher can serve it out.
See, when I had an opponent come to net, my first thought, probably because I was an aggressive baseline player, was to just go low at them first, make them volley. That's what I was always told. Make them volley that first one, kind of test their volleys, especially at the beginning of the match, and then from there, then you kind of go to that lob. But again, I was an aggressive baseline player, so I would rather hit that low aggressive shot than go to the lob.
Here we are back on court number 2. Second serve.
Now
Rohrabacher, the lefty.
There's a rhyme we used to use for the lob too. Blue sky, lob high.
There you go.
Got it.
If they're not seeing the ball real well early in the season, the lob can work pretty well.
That's a great point. Mark, I needed all those riddles in my head when I played.
You probably passed them out right. You didn't need it.
Rohrabacher kicking the court there a little bit. Not happy with that last shot. An unforced error. Still leading 5-2 in the second. Down low 15. Body language.
Maybe your arm's getting a little sore, Scott.
My mom was always one that thought body language was one of the most important things, and I would have to agree, regardless of how you're playing or kind of what the score is. That body language can say it all to your opponent.
Because your opponent's a good detective, and they see when you are getting a little bit frustrated, and they pour it on. Absolutely. Can definitely fuel them.
15 all. Rohrabacher a little happier after that backhand. Penn State serving here. That's a good volley.
Well, she had her wounded on the first one and pretty deep on the court. That hurt her bad. It's still going to be a long comeback, though, isn't it?
She's got some work.
That's 2 breaks, right?
Definitely seen it happen, but there's some work.
Well, when Rohrabacher misses, you know it, because she definitely gives you those shoulders drop a little. She uses the hands, kind of like I sometimes do. And so down here, 3 break points if we're counting a no ad. Let's see what happens here. And she saves one of them. .30-40. 5-2 up. All right, so meanwhile, court number 1, 6-love, 5-2 for VCU. Court number 3, 6-4, 3-1 VCU. Court number 4, VCU is up a set but on serve in the second. And on courts 5 and 6, Penn State has a pretty nice lead, 6-2, 5-1, 6-3, 2-1 on court number 6. We are on court number 2, and it is 6-1 for VCU, 5-3 for Penn State. Still up a break. having lost one of the 2 breaks just momentarily.
This is a big opportunity for VCU to hold her serve here, especially as we see Penn State kind of losing her cool a little bit, getting a little rattled, and it's exactly what you want to see in your opponent, especially when kind of the pressure's off right now. She's just trying to come back, and so this is going to be a big game for her to hold her serve.
I was watching the replay of Sampras and Federer when Federer was 20 years old, and neither one of those guys showed any emotion.
Isn't that incredible?
They were.
'Cause they're feeling it, but they have such a way. These true champions have such a way of
channeling,
absolutely managing those emotions.
Sampras was going for his 8th Wimbledon, and Roger was just trying to win some matches at the Wimbledon, and he beat him in 5 sets.
I mean, this could get interesting here if VCU holds and you go from 5-1 to 5-4 psychologically.
Match point for VCU, court 1.
30-15. We're moving to court 1. We've got match point, VCU. And VCU wins court number 1, Del Lago. After losing doubles, she's now captured the point for VCU to make it 1-all. Team score 1-all.
It's good.
Pretty convincing there. 6-love, 6-2 on the court number 1. And back to court number 2. It is 5-3 for Penn State, but 40-15. VCU serving. Oh yeah, a little Nittany Lion roar. All right, so 5-4. We will see what type of coaching goes on here, and some definite strategy. How should Rohrabacher handle, Mark? How should she handle this next game? These first couple points.
I would make that girl hit a few more balls. I mean, maybe say to yourself, I'm going to go
checking out of the points
5 or 6 before I go for it, unless I get a good opportunity. But I'm not going to want to give it away. And she's still ahead.
Quick errors on the last service game. Yeah. But it's not really her game. She is a hitter.
She's a hitter. But sometimes you just have to put a little more spin on the ball and play it a little bit safer.
Yeah, she had a little wiggle room a few games ago to maybe swing out a little bit, but she's definitely got to make the balls here and be really consistent. And she's got to be kind to herself. I've got to say, she still has the opportunity to close this set out, and you're your own best friend out there. So she's got to forget the last few games that just happened and treat this game as its own.
Yeah, Coach Cagle from Penn State was telling me before the match that this is Rohrabacher's first full season. She had some injuries last year, and that she's a big hitter. And so far, she's had a positive spring. We are 5-4, 15 low. Getting that first point takes a little bit of the pressure off.
It does.
every college player spends plenty of time in the training room. I mean, you have injuries, and it's not all glamorous where you're just out there playing. You have injuries. You got to watch what you eat. I mean, there's a lot of mental training you have to go through, and it's not just the actual match.
Let's check out this replay here. Big hitting Rohrbacher. There we go, and it's 30 love. She's trying to serve out this second set. So
That point for Penn State, court 2.
we'll see if Rohrbacher can continue to use the lefty swinging serve to help give her a little advantage in this deciding game in the second set. Whoa.
A little tight there.
I think she had a little
Call
cement
that a
elbow.
pro error.
She got a little nervous. She had her.
Still with the 40-15.
She still got the
Couple
game in
more
hand.
opportunities here.
You get tight, and those short balls are, don't seem so easy anymore. You start to tighten up the arms and the shoulders, and
Luckily, it was 40 love.
yep.
Oh, boy.
Oh, here we go. 40-30.
She needs to have that good swinging serve right here and then follow it up.
Yep.
Don't rush it.
We're going to a third set on court.
And there we go. We got it. That is the second set here on court number 2, and they will go to a third set. This could be the deciding point. We will see. Court number 1 in the books. VCU with the victory. Court number 3, VCU with the lead, 6-4, 5-2. Court number 5. We're going to swing over to court number 5 with Penn State leading 6-2, 5-3. Samantha Smith for the Nittany Lions with the lead. All right. 30-15. Witness for VCU serving. Almost a swinging volley there.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice shot.
Take your volley up.
There's no way she was going to move in and lob that, so it would have been good for Penn State to close in on that one and cover the net.
All. I would say that it's going to start they're going to start finishing here. We've got 6-2, 5-3, 30 all.
Talking about the energy of the campus, we've got collegiate teams walking in as we speak, right behind us
Oh, yeah.
to practice and compete.
There we go.
What team do we have here?
Stonehill is in the house. Where is Stonehill located?
I don't know.
Just outside of Boston.
It is?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say it's not
How
in
many
Michigan. I know
universities and
Michigan.
colleges are there in Boston?
How many what?
Universities and colleges are there? 25.
25?
It's a college town.
Oh.
Never think of Boston as a college town, do you? Back to the action. Match point, Penn State. Whoa. All right, well, I mean, you have to go to a no-ad point to decide the match, don't you?
Of course. To add a little pressure.
Did you ever play a match where you were still playing and the whole thing stopped?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not fun, is it?
No. I've had my fair share of matches that either the deciding factor came down to me and I was that last one, or the match had already been decided and you had to stop playing. You know, you play so many of them, you have your opportunity to be in both those situations. You just have to focus on your match, each point.
Oh, wow. Hanging on.
She tried 2 loopers and then she hit it out after that.
Kind of interesting talking about matches and swings. And so just hanging on, staying on the court can help your teammates, right?
Absolutely. Sometimes it's the timing of everything, and, you know, it comes back to that team atmosphere, and you do what you can on your court, but you never know what's going on if you courts down with your teammate, if you can just keep fighting.
And on court number 3, VCU has won 6-4, 6-2. It is 2-1 VCU in the team match. On court number 4, Penn State looking to tie it up 1 set all. So things are getting interesting. I'm Scott Tribally alongside Jenna Kelly and Mark Jelena. We've got lots of great action. We are on court 5 right now. They are in a changeover. It's 6-2, 5-4. We're going to see if Penn State can close it out to take it to 2-all as we get closer and closer to who can get to 4. Penn State here in our near court. VCU in the far court.
Well, like you mentioned before the match, on paper it looked like it was going to be a very even match.
Yeah.
And it's coming down to that.
The other thing that I think will get interesting if we go into these third sets is just the endurance, because this is one of the warmer days of the week.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. It is warm out there. Hopefully they've hydrated and prepared themselves, going back to your point, Mark, on the nutrition side and taking care of their body leading up to it and staying hydrated. We see that quite a bit here. Some of the teams that aren't necessarily prepped and or used to the heat, to be honest. It's a lot to get acclimated to.
All right.
Yep, down here in Florida, you really have to stay hydrated.
You do.
I learned that.
Several days in advance. You can't just rely on what you're drinking during the match. It's got to be 24, 48 hours before.
Have you ever cramped up?
I can confidently say I've never cramped.
Good.
But I had teammates that truthfully I think were prone to cramping, regardless of kind of what they tried to do leading up to it. But I also grew up here in Orlando and was very accustomed to the heat year-round since I was little.
All right, here we go with a replay. Great angle there. Six, 2, 5, 4. Samantha Smith, Penn State Nittany Lions, playing Nomia Witness from VCU. 15 all.
Everyone's really fighting out here. Going to go into a few 3 sets.
And questioning the call here.
It's nice to have an umpire in the chair.
Yes, that is.
It
Helps
is, yeah. And you see that generally with the Division I teams. They're used to having 6. Some of the Division IIs and IIIs, they'll go with 1 or 2 usually. point. Oh. VCU with a chance to tie this up. Outside. Saves one. Couple more to go. If Samantha Smith wants to serve this out, she'll have to win the next 2 points. Here we go. Nice shot.
Nice
Here we go. We talked about this on court 2. Now here we are in a deciding point, set point, game point, break point.
Scott, which side are you taking? Are you taking the deuce or the ad side?
Well, it looks like they're going deuce. I would have gone ad just to go back to the side that I just won the point on. All right, here we go. Drama. Oh! I looked outside.
Oh.
And it is.
Just missed it.
5-all. Wow.
That's
Boy,
a big shot to go for there. It was a big shot.
Okay, so they have split sets on court 4. They are starting the second set. Penn State serving up 40 love. We've got a 1-0 lead for VCU on court number 2. And Penn State in the driver's seat at court 6, 6-3, 4-3. All right. George Rodriguez from Grand Valley State is going to be in the house. Come on down. How you doing? Right here. Come right on in. How you doing today, George?
Fantastic, thank you.
And how's your experience been at the national campus this week?
So far, it's.
You can sit over here.
All right. All right, here we are. We've got Grand Valley State right here in the house. Tell us where Grand Valley State is.
We are based out of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
And the average temperature in Grand Rapids, Michigan?
Right now it's about 15 degrees.
15 degrees, yes. I remember going to Kalamazoo for the Nationals.
That's a great event.
Tell us about your week here in Orlando.
So far it's been great. We've had a lot of great matches. They've competed really hard, really great. Just a great experience overall. Just to compete with different teams from that we don't compete during conference or during the year. It's been fantastic just to see, all the matches all in 1 week. It's been great.
Outdoor tennis?
Outdoor tennis has been awesome.
Did you bring sunscreen?
Obviously I didn't. I got a little burnt, but everyone else did, so it's been good.
What's your accommodations like? Where are you guys staying?
We are staying about half an hour from, 40 minutes from here. We have a house, 7-bedroom house that we're all staying at, so sharing rooms and things like that. So it brings the team closer together than staying at a hotel. So.
Come on in, guys. Tell me a little bit about your all's experience. What's going on tonight? Who are you playing? What's the matchup?
We're playing against Concordia from New York. It's going to be a tough match. We got everybody in the team ready, so let's get it.
Where's my team captain? There's my team captain. That's what I'm saying. How you do? You senior?
I am, yeah. Graduated in May.
So this is your last spring break. Do you guys come down normally?
Yeah, every year. We've been here for the last 4 years at least. So.
And what's your greatest memory?
I don't know. Every trip is different. Every trip has something new, so it's kind of exciting to try new things every year.
Have you guys been to the parks?
We are going to the parks tomorrow.
Yeah,
all right. Is Paul Bellingham taking good care of you?
Yes, everything's been fantastic.
Good. So have you scouted Concordia?
We played them.
Oh, there's Concordia over there.
Well, we had a tough match 2 years ago against them, and we're here to take our revenge. So.
I love it. Okay, tell me, what are you majoring in?
I'm a finance major.
Finance major. I like that. I got it. He's gonna go to Wall Street, right?
He's gonna be the one.
All right, you guys. Good luck tonight. Great having you here on the set, and we're gonna get back to the action.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's exciting. That's fantastic, Mark. Here we are,
I'm from
back
Michigan
on court
originally,
number 5.
so
Pretty interesting.
I've been to that campus. I'm from Michigan. Beautiful campus. Maybe we're going to have to get Concordia.
All right, now
over
we're back at the action. We got to hold on tight because it's a no-ad point.
Oh, boy. This is a big one.
Ooh, that's a
deep. Nice and deep.
Pushing her back there. Huge point. Wow. They're still going.
A lot of moon balls.
I think that's 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 shots on a no-ad. Game for Penn State. Now in the driver's seat to get the second set. It was slipping a little bit. Our match score is 2-1. VCU. We are on court 5. Penn State is looking to tie it. We have a couple 3-setters going on, and we have Penn State about to win on court number 6. Penn State is up 6-3, 5-3 on court 6. So we are right now in the middle of this match unfolding before our eyes in the next 15 minutes.
Well, she made her earn it. She moonballed. I mean, it was a 32-ball rally. That was tough.
So let's check out court 6. We hear Shannon Hanley from Penn State trying to finish it off. They're shaking hands, Mark.
We got a battle.
That's 2-all. Okay, well, you want drama? We got drama. Here we are, 2-all. This isn't any runaway match. All right, so back on court 5. Love 15. I tell you, the level of play is really picked up here on court 5. I mean, under pressure, they're really still kind of really battling back and forth.
Yeah, Brian, go ahead. Minnesota. Jack Osmond's right there.
That's one shot I never used much is a slice forehand. Did you?
But going, back to our conversation about the drop shot, it does change it up a little because, we're just seeing just hard ground strokes.
Might see another tiebreaker.
Buster, yeah. And kind of could feel that momentum at the beginning of this game for VCU. It's never a break until you get the hold, right?
That's right.
Missed return there, but we'll has a few more chances. And that's it. Tiebreaker. So a quick update as we get going on a tiebreaker in court number 5. It's 2-all, and there are 3 courts still on. Court number 2 is 2-all in the third set. Court number 4 is 3-0 Penn State in the third set, and now Penn State will have a chance to win this tiebreaker and get the 3rd point, or could go to a 3rd set.
Did you get a chance to play much?
I try to play as much as I can. Obviously for exercise, these courts are so fantastic to play on.
I like it when one of my buddies over at PD asked me to come over on the red clay. That's fun to play on.
I'm trying to figure this out because they're not playing, and they don't take a break at 6-all. Maybe they're taking an injury timeout? Yeah, there's been a bit of a delay. You can see that the trainer is on court there. So we haven't identified what the issue is, but there's definitely been a delay. Meanwhile, on court 4, there's a no-ad point with Penn State up 3-love in the third set. So the Penn State Smith is being attended to by the trainer. All right, stand by here for Grand Valley State. Let's go. Where's the coach?
Already.
Oh, you're here.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks.
You guys getting ready to play? You getting ready to play a match?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Who are you playing?
We're playing Missouri Western.
Missouri Western. And how many matches have you played so far this week?
This will be our 3rd one this week.
Got it. Mm-hmm. And we've got the team right here. Come on in. Where's my team captain? Do we have a team captain?
Let's go.
Senior.
Yeah, we got a few of them.
All right. Tell us about your experience here in Orlando this week. Is this your all's first time, or do you come every year?
We've actually come every year since I've been a freshman. It's a wonderful experience.
It's wonderful?
Yeah.
What's wonderful?
Just getting to play outside in this wonderful heat and all the tennis courts.
It's not -60, so that's always nice.
-60? Is this? Are we in Michigan? You all from Michigan? Minnesota.
Yeah, we're expecting a blizzard on Saturday.
I've got to get my O's down. Expecting a blizzard, right? So you'll go back to indoor tennis.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes, we
Got it. What are you majoring in?
Pre-medicine.
In pre-med?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay. And do you have a match again tomorrow, or are you going to go to the theme parks?
We had a day off yesterday.
Oh, you had a day off yesterday. Come on in here. Take us back to the first time you pulled up to the national campus. What was your reaction?
I was just in awe. Like, it was amazing. I loved it here. I don't want to go home.
You don't want to go home. That's it. Maybe you guys will have to stay for a second week. Well, we want to thank you all so much for coming in. We're actually calling the Penn State Virginia VCU match right now. We want to wish you luck in your match and enjoy the rest of your week in Orlando.
Thank you.
See you all later.
Good luck. Thanks, Coach.
All right, so, gosh, Mark, it's no shortage of action here.
No.
We're still on this injury timeout on court number 5. We don't know what the injury is. Could it be a blister?
Could be my guess would be a blister or a cramp. What do you think?
It looks like she's lying on her back. She's now. We're going to start this tiebreaker. It looks like it might have been a back injury. She was lying on her back. Trainer was tending to her. And, I'm wondering if the injury had a reason for the comeback, because Smith from Penn State had a big lead, and then, now we're in this tiebreaker now.
Good long points they're having.
All right, so we're off and running. One 0 for Penn State. This is a big tiebreaker when we start talking about the match score. Penn State maintaining a lead on court number 4. So the points are there for the Nittany Lions. Good backhand there as we start the third point. It's 2-1 Penn State with VCU serving. So we're on serve here in the tiebreaker. Double cheese. Not what VCU needed. And they're trying to hang in on this team score. VCU with a lead on court number 2. As you can see, all eyes are on this match, or we're on both the courts. The pulling their team on. 3-1 Penn State in the driver's seat to get to 4. Will they be able to do it? Ooh, big forehand there.
Very big, very big.
4-1. Good point there. 4-2, they'll change ends. They're on a no-ad point on court 4 right now. We got action. And now it's 4-1 Penn State on court number 4. We are on court 5, it's 4-2. 6-all tiebreaker. On court 4, it is 4-1 Penn State in the third set. Just updating everybody on the score as we come down the stretch. There's 3 courts on right now. We are following court 5. Penn State looking to get the third point. Good angle. Wow, that was scrappy tennis for witness. Look at that angle. Let's look at that. She's way outside the doubles line. Smith not able to kind of just, that looked like it was going to be a little bit of a drop shot there.
She couldn't quite open up that face enough.
Or 3. Here we are in the tiebreaker, second set. Penn State trying to get the point. VCU trying to force the third set. Good point. Wow. This has to be over 30 hits. Oh, wow. Looking tired there, right?
A little bit. That was another 30-ball rally. That was tough.
5-3, Penn State. Second set tiebreaker. On court number 2, VCU with a 5-2 lead in the third. We are on court 5 right now. Swinging volley. There you go. Penn State in the driver's seat, 6-3. And I think we talked about the flu, and you can see here where Smith wants to finish this out, does not want to go to a third set, wants to get this point for the team. And it's over. 6-3, 2-6. Sorry, 6-3, 7-6 for Samantha Smith, and she puts it. Nittany Lions up 3-2.
3-2.
Court number 2, court number 4 in action. Court number 2, VCU is up 5-2. Penn State is serving. On court number 4, Penn State is up 3-2. So it is very close, even though Penn State has the lead. All right, so we're on court 4. 3-2, it's a no-ad point. Receiver's choice. Penn State choosing the deuce side. Let's see what happens. Wow. Game. Penn State is up 4-2. It's 15 love in the VCU serving. And I think Chelsea Sawyer for Penn State knows that this is the deciding point because VCU has the lead on court 2, which would make it 3-all.
I like it at these matches when they switch sides, how all their teammates go over on that side to watch, and they keep doing that. Gives them a lot of help.
VCU serving to stay in this set. Don't want to go down 2 breaks.
This is a real big point here.
30-all. 4-2 Penn State. Team score 3-2 Penn State. Outside.
Double
Game
fault.
point for Penn State now. Chance to go up 5-2 in 2 breaks. Wow, that was good. What do you think of that forehand?
Pretty good.
5-2 Penn State in the driver's seat, looking to clinch their dual match versus VCU. And as we can see, Penn State's head coach, Coach Chris Cagle, giving Chelsea Sawyer some tips, looking to close this match out, because on court number 2, here's the replay. Look at this forehand. Wow.
And that's the hardest shot. I mean, you can go inside out. You get a little 4.5 extra feet. When you go up the line like that, that's risky. She hit it just right.
What do you think Coach Cagle said to Chelsea in the changeover? Go for your shots on the return or grind?
Hit it clean. Get a good clean strike, I think the coach probably told him. Sometimes you can think too much. Oh, if I play my best, I still got a chance. No, hit the ball clean, and you got your best chance.
Match point on court number 2 for VCU. Let's check out court number 2 and match point here for VCU. No, sir. Another match point coming. We are late in the 3rd set here on court number 2. 40-30, match point, serving near court. Kind of just missed that last forehand a little wide, kind of jumped on it.
She's got probably one of the best serves on the whole team.
Great technique, huh? And I think we're going to see a no-ad point. It's receiver's choice. Both players taking a little extra time. We're closely monitoring court number 4 as well. We are currently on court number 2. VCU serving near court. No ad point. Match point. 3rd match point. Deep breath. Here we go. Second serve. It's match point on court number 4 right now for Penn State. So simultaneously, we are looking at match points. We are on court 2. Second serve. Oh, 5-4. Penn State breaks, and it is. Can we get to court number 4 quickly? It's match point, match team point. 5-2, Penn State. No ad point. Here's court 4. Wow.
VCU stays alive on court.
Game. VCU. VCU breaks serve to go 5-3. It is back and forth at this point. Both teams having trouble closing out their leads. Penn State still with a little advantage, up 1 point, 3-2. And in the driver's seat on court 4. We're going to stay here on court 4. We will keep you posted on court 2.
Well, the beauty of this is the match is going to go the distance, probably.
There's no doubt about that. 15 love for Penn State.
Mm.
30 love. Got to roll that forehand a little more, right?
I'll call that an unforced error.
Yeah.
When your opponent does nothing and you just miss it, unforced. Not good.
Bigger forehand there, a little bit more spin, a little heavier shot. All. Pretty good second serve there to hang in there. Here we see both teams are standing in between court 2 and 4, cheering their teams on. This is Penn State that we're looking at. It's 30 all, 5-3. You want to really feel the support of your teammates right now, that's for sure. Okay, so we've got a match point now. This isn't our first team match point. This is match point for Penn State to win against VCU. Court number 4. Chelsea Sawyer. That's it, as we can see, getting a couple tips from the coach, from head coach. Here we go. Second serve. Double fault.
Double fault?
Penn State wins.
With the win on
4-2.
Current score now Penn State 4.
Tough way to go down.
After a long match. This match started at 12 o'clock. It is now 3:01. After 3 hours and 1 minute, Penn State is victorious over VCU. Mark, how would you sum up what you just saw with this team match?
Doubles could have gone either way. VCU.
As we see the teams here celebrating.
Yep. VCU is within 2 points of winning the doubles, and they were certainly within 2 points of winning the singles. They could have gotten the singles. Very, very close. Could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Diving point.
Now the match has been clinched. Yeah. So here's court 2. Everybody, we were just watching this. The match has been clinched, but we are continuing to play here on court 2. And it is a no-ad point. This is a match point for VCU.
They let them finish if they're in the last game, or how's that go? I thought they just stopped.
It depends. It's, every
I like it when they finish.
dual match, the coaches handle it differently. Wow. So it's 5-all now. I mean, VCU's had the commanding lead this set, but just let it slip.
You mean it's up to the coaches then?
We're going to go to a 10-point tiebreaker to decide it. Since the match is clinched, they're going to play a tiebreaker at 5-all here. Here we go. The players have voiced their opinion, and instead of a tiebreaker, they're going to play this match out.
Oh.
Tell you, I'm getting the scoop. This is great. Love it when I get that information. Coach Cagle out giving Rohrbacher some tips for Penn State.
You knew the coach from past years, huh? Did you know the coach?
Yeah.
You did? Yeah.
All right, well, we're about to get started. 5-all. We're going to do regular scoring here. Penn State 15 love. Rasmussen from VCU serving far court. Big forehand there. I'm sure she'll want a little bit more of that and probably needed some to help close this match out. And here we are, Penn State waiting to celebrate, although I think they've already celebrated a little bit when they got that clinching point, but certainly cheering on their number 2 player. These matches are important as you get into a season. Because you want those match wins, you want to have that confidence, because when you get into the Big Ten season or the Atlantic 10 season, you've got to be used to playing under this pressure. Be used to closing out matches. 30-15 VCU, 5-all in the third set. Penn State has clinched the match 4-2. How'd you see that?
I saw it just out.
So we got 30 all then. And try and cut your errors out at this point in the match. Is that a double cheese? Double fault. Rasmussen, sole senior for VCU, on the A10 championship team last year.
Tiebreak point.
And we go to no-ad point. The errors are creeping in.
Yeah, that shot only made it about halfway up the net.
Second serve on the no-ad. Oh, wow. Warburg not happy with that forehand. 6-5. Rasmussen with the lead. And the match has been decided, but the players have decided to play this out.
I mean, I like that. It does take the pressure off them, though. They just want to finish their own match.
I think, again, it just helps prepare you for, you're here to compete. You're here to get better.
Well, the season's about halfway done right now, huh? Yeah, so they got a ways to go.
The NCAA Elite 8 starts in 67 days.
2 months.
So you've got about another 6 weeks of the regular season, and then you've got postseason play.
I played down in Georgia in the NCAAs when I was a sophomore in college.
For Central Michigan, right?
Yeah. Played one time down there.
All right, so Warburg serving, Rasmussen receiving. This has been last two sets have been really close. First set, obviously, Rasmussen with a pretty convincing start. It's looked outside to me.
I'm not sure on that.
No, I guess it was inside. 15 love for Penn State. $30 love. $40 love. Big hitting.
Maybe another tiebreaker.
Big hitting. We're going to see a tiebreaker. I got to think so. 40 love. Wow. Well, if you want momentum going into the tiebreaker, Warburg just got it. That was a convincing game right there. As we see the teams, Penn State following, Warburg cooling off. First point of the tiebreaker. Rasmussen with the first point. Up 1-0. Rohrberg will serve now 2. First is 7. Outside. Wow, that was a great serve too. But, good lob there.
2-1.
2-1. Rasmussen's second serve up 2-1. Third set tiebreak. We're on court number 2, USTA National Campus Collegiate Series. Here we go, 3-1. Rasmussen. Interesting too here, 3-1. Rasmussen, the senior. Rohrberg, a sophomore. 4-1. Outside. Second serve 4-1. Rohrberg from Penn State serving. Double fault. 5-1.
Sure.
5-1. They're switching sides. Right now, VCU is certainly in command. This match has now reached 3 hours and 16 minutes. So both teams, both these players have been out there for quite a while. Rohrberg serving deuce court. Five, 5-2, Mark.
Not over yet.
Yeah.
Rasmussen with the chance to serve this out. We've got some special guests in the studio here when we finish this match. Little slicer there. Oh, so match point for VCU. 6-2 in the tiebreaker, third set. Penn State has already clinched this match. It's a collegiate series. So we see Penn State there. They've already kind of had their celebration. Here we go. Rasmussen serving. Rohrberg, did you see that? Kind of, this is taking a little extra time there. Ooh. Misses the forehand. Rasmussen with another chance, leading 6-3. All right, so second serve here, 6-3. Rohrberg from Penn State serving down. And that's it. Anna Rasmussen from VCU wins 6-1, 4-6, 7-6. Match score 4 for Penn State, 3 for VCU. We are going to now flip to the studio here, Mark, Julina, and I. We've just been in the booth for 3 hours. Who says there's March Madness in basketball? We've got March Madness in tennis. I've got Southern Indiana, the pride of Evansville, Indiana, right here. Ladies, tell me about your experience here. Well, first at the national campus, how did we end up on crutches?
Well, it was our first match of the spring break on Tuesday, and I went up for a ball, and my ankle just gave out, and it was from then on out that I was on crutches. So it's sad that I couldn't play, but I'm really happy that I got to be here to support my team.
Well, and does Southern Indiana come every year, or is this your first time down?
Yeah, so I'm a junior and she's a junior, and so this is our third year. We came freshman year and last year, so yeah, pretty much every year. And I think the year before our freshman year.
And are you the captain?
It's basically the three of us.
This is the captain. So you all played St. Cloud earlier today, is that correct?
Yes.
And what was the score?
We lost 2-5, but it was a hard battle, so.
And you're getting ready to play again tonight?
No, that was our last match of spring break.
Tell us something really cool about Southern Indiana.
Last year we actually had the Team GPA award for USI. We had a GPA of above a 3.7, so that was a good accolade, yeah.
What's it like playing here at the National, and how does this give you momentum into your spring season?
We always play here the last match, and so it's kind of like a last hurrah into our actual season, at home, because then we have a couple weeks before conference actually starts. So it's kind of just like a go-getter, like end here and then go on from there.
And this gets you ready for conference play, right?
Yes, it's very fun here.
Are you outside when you go home?
Yes, yeah. Normally we
try.
We try. It's cold in Indiana.
It's cold in Indiana.
So we do our best.
Which is why everybody comes down to the national campus. Ladies, thank you so much. Good luck. Enjoy yourselves. So glad you're back. Hope to see you again next year.
Yes.
And good luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And we're looking here at more spring break tennis. Mark, we can't get enough tennis here. If you're a tennis junkie, you love it here. But Mark, it's been great calling the match with you. Really, really appreciate it. Gosh, the Collegiate Series match came down to 4-3. What's your takeaway as we wrap up?
How important that doubles point is.
Okay.
Very important to get that doubles point.
That's exactly the reason why you need to start with singles and finish with doubles. But anyway, we want to thank you all so much. We'll be back here at the National Campus. There's more action tonight, more action tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Bye now.